older players actually get a little bit or less credit for maintaining their level and pushing to that level and still maintaining the game intensity, even when the game is going so quickly. And yet we make a big noise about, oh, give the youngsters a chance. But what about the guys that you still support when they are 36, 37, when a lot of people write them off? Do you know what I mean? And when they can still perform, why not give them credit? So I'm always looking at things differently, and that's why maybe is a nice term Mourinho use. I'm not one of the bottle also, but that's because maybe I don't look at things the same as everybody else, because I still think that for Thembazwane to be playing at the level that he's playing, he needs so much credit. You know, Bernard Parker, to be still going at the level that he's going. You watch Bernard Parker's performances even before he got injured, and you're like, my goodness, he looks like he can go on for another 3-4 years. You know, so as much as I love giving youngsters an opportunity, but they've also got to earn their strides, and sometimes even I think in South Africa we rush them too quickly because we hype them. You know, there's this thing I always share with you guys, and I share it with my players also. It's called the curse of the shooting star. You know, a shooting star, they say when you see it, you must make a wish before it disappears. You know, and everybody marvels at it, and then but immediately after that it disappears. And even there's some youngsters that I've 5 years ago I said to myself, but I expect something from this player. You know, I don't want to mention names because some of them don't play for Sundowns and they're not my players. But recently I've been watching them. Some of them are overweight. Some of them haven't fulfilled their potential. And you're like, what happened here? You know, and South Africa has this, and that's why I'm so careful when I deal with a talent like Sipho Mbule, because I've seen it so many times in South Africa where you lose these special players. You know, because it's not easy, and it's really not easy. You just throw them in. Everybody talks about them, everybody greets them. Imagine you've got a salary that is more than your parents. Now all of a sudden you're 18. You don't listen to your parents, you know, because you're the breadwinner now. You come in at any time, you're drunk here, and the parents are like, let's not step on his toes, because if we do that, you know what I mean? So really, this is what these youngsters go through. And if you don't understand the culture and the context, it's so easy to ruin talent, you know. So I'm so careful when I deal with super talented individuals. So careful, because I know it's my responsibility to protect, but also to channel it in the right way. And fortunately, I've been in this position where I've been a youth coach, and I've seen super players at young age groups, like a Percy, and I've followed and I've been part of his career, and I see Mkhulisi, the late Ace Madisha. You know, these are players that were with me as kids, and then I see them now, and I'm like, we didn't do such a bad job, you know, because they were able to maintain their careers. And it's not, and this is what I say to Mabena, to Kutwalo, to Ntando, to Sia. I say to them, boys, you must understand one thing. The career is far more important to look after than the talent. The talent is God-given. That one is God. You didn't ask for it. God said, here. And by the way, it's a biblical principle too. To whom much is given, much is expected. So that blessing, you must understand, it's going to come with a hell of a lot of demands. And then it's to look after the career, not the talent. And you know what is to look after the career? It's your training, it's your rest, it's your finances, it's your friends, it's your social life, it's your diet, your nutrition. It's all these other aspects that come into it, because it's very, and then it's their responsibility to make sure that they do it, and they do it well, and then it's our responsibility to make sure that Thembazwane is mentoring Mabena, Grant Gegana is mentoring Mendi, Bongani Zungu is mentoring Emali, and Bongani Zungu says, no, but Mabena, you don't look like you are fresh today at training. Why, my boy? And these conversations don't need to take place in front of the coach. Do you know what I mean? So one of the biggest things I think that we miss a little bit is mentors, you know, and role models for these young kids. And then we just throw them in and then we expect them to swim. It's very, very difficult. And then they make mistakes. You know, it broke my heart, and I don't know if this is the right platform, but it broke my heart. I saw someone sent me a video of this boy who paid 500 rands.
Yes.
It really killed me. But because we don't have role models, we don't have mentors, we don't have, don't speak to them. Don't try to go that route. And they help. And society is crying out for this man, and not just in football, but just society in general. We are so quick to allow people to fail. So quick. And we forget that everybody deserves a second chance, and maybe even a third chance, and maybe even a fourth chance. But when we see, money's got into his head, fame has got into his head, go deeper and find out what you could do to help. And yeah, anyway, it's a good question, but it will take us longer. It's something I'm very passionate about because of my background as a youth coach. And I love giving youngsters an opportunity. That's not just as players, but that's why you see even Coach Tamba Patela is with us, because I was a young coach before and I was given a chance, you know. So Coach Michael Loffman, you know, young coaches, and maybe even better than me, you know. So Champions League, they are difficult. I don't wanna. My head is not in.